So let's talk about some world-class maintenance standards. These come from John Day. PM execution, 15% of labor hours. The results from it's 15% of labor hours. PDM execution, 15% of labor hours. PDM, the results from it is 35%. Total work planned. What I mean by planned is that what John called planned was planning and scheduling. So 90% of work is planned and scheduled. So what's left out of that? Well, what's not planned could be reactive work that we have. So there's a lot of things that impact us. We may have, breaks. We may have certain things that are still paid. So there's certain things, so 90% is world-class. Reactive work, less than 2% of labor hours, less than 2%. That was a big one with John. He did not like reactive maintenance. If we had a problem, his whole thing was he wouldn't beat you up over it. But the thing was, because this was a $1 billion plant built in the 1980s or late 70s, $1 billion plant. But the thing is, if it failed and you didn't resolve it and where it wouldn't come back again, then he's got a problem with it. So failures are not acceptable if we don't stop them from reoccurring, especially if the output of that, there's some kind of expectation that we may have that's going to cause a big problem. Stockouts. Stockouts is when you go to the storeroom, the CMMS says, hey, we got the parts in the storeroom, we go there, not there. So less than 2% of the time. Scheduled compliance by day, by the week, 85 to 90%. By day, by week. Failure elimination is key focus of all. So this failure reporting, analysis, and corrective action systems is a big deal. So we can look at the failures. And looking at failures, to me, one of the easiest ways I tell people to do when looking at failures is go to your storeroom and find out what type part is turning the most. Like, let's just say their small bearings are turning a lot. I mean, they're checking out a lot of these bearings. There's probably one problem that's causing most of those bearing failures. There's one root cause, and you got to get to the bottom of it. You got to find it. Work orders are closed with all codes identified. So everything, when you close the work order out, this is simple. What the maintenance supervisor should identify if everything is correct on the work order, but they do not close it. The reason why is the maintenance supervisor, I've been a maintenance supervisor, it's very difficult sometime at the end of the day to close a work order out when everything's going crazy. Okay, so the planner actually closes it out. Supervisor verifies it, yep, looks good. The planner sitting calm in their office, then they're the ones that say, yep, looks good.